This video is one of my favorite videos that I've recorded so far about dating, and so I hope that you will enjoy it as much as I do. This is about frames, and if you don't understand frames, you're likely hurting your chances to find an ideal partner, someone that you don't feel like you're settling for. What are frames, you ask? Well, that's a very good question. Frames are playful narratives that you can ascribe to yourself or to your date or to both of you as a group. Use them in communication to create a temporary consensus reality. And don't worry, I'll give you a lot of examples so that you understand exactly what that means. So, if you're a beginner, start by using frames on dates. Who am I to speak about this? My name is Elia, I'm 27, I'm from Italy, and I grew up as a major introvert with acne, getting bullied, and with overprotective parents. Both these pictures of me on the right being kind of like segregated outside of the group at school and in team sports. I turned my life around by working on my social skills a lot. I worked a lot on this. And since 2019, I've been helping engineers with their dating lives with cold approaching and online dating. When I was 17, I set up some goals for myself. One of them was to find a model girlfriend. Is it superficial? Sure, but that's something that I cared about. And that's what I was thinking about when I was 17. Then when I went to Malaysia, I met Nella. She was on a modeling contract in Kuala Lumpur, and she's now my partner in life and in business. I'm the luckiest man alive. And this is us on our first trip in Corfu, Greece. So I make these videos because I don't want you to suffer the degree that I suffered growing up, so that you can have strong social skills and you don't have to go through that. So these are frames, and this is a list of frames that you can use. There's a lot more than this. I'm just giving you 6 just because I want to explain what the point is about. So there is an evil frame, a sinful frame, an unfair advantage, a weirdo, a drug addict, or a peasant. So you want to apply this either to yourself, you are the evil person, or your date is the evil person, or both of you are evil, like you're creating an evil mastermind. If you're taking a sinful frame, you are the sinful person, or she is a sinful person, or both of you are sinful. So this applies to yourself, her, or the group. And this applies for each of them. So when to use frames? You are on a date and you see something in the environment that makes you think of this frame. So I'll give you some examples, but you'll get this in like just a second, trust me. And the delivery is you want to wait until you have talked to the person for at least a few minutes before using frames, because you gotta first make sure that it's okay. If you are advanced, if you are really quick at picking people up and like understanding how they work, you can start from the beginning. But since this video is for beginners, I recommend that you wait at least a few minutes, that you get a feel for the person before using frames or setting up that sort of stage, and make it socially calibrated. This is very important, because otherwise you might just come across as crazy. So yeah, don't do that. So evil frame, this is an example, okay? Your date tells you about a prank that she pulled on her little cousin. And then at this point, you're thinking about it, you're like, you accuse her of being an evil mastermind. And then for the next few minutes, both of you look for evil plans in the environment. And for example, you could be plotting to steal all the food from the buffet or planning a heist at a toy store. And so in practice, you're like on the date and you're like, wow, you're such an evil person. I cannot believe I'm spending time with you. Am I even going to go to heaven? Like, this is crazy. And then, and in an ideal scenario, she would pick up on that. She'd be like actually joking about it. This is an easy way to like test the chemistry, by the way. If she like can actually pick up the frame that you're starting, the fact that you're being playful, that's a very good thing for compatibility. Then you're like, wow, like you're that way. She's like, yeah, I am. I think I'm gonna like kidnap you after this. And so like you can build on top of this a lot. And that's the most amazing thing about this. And that's what makes dates so fun, that you can truly create your own consensus reality with the other person. And if there is chemistry, it's one of the most wonderful things that is just like can happen ever, like in the human experience, from my perspective. So that's the evil frame. Sinful. You see your date eyeing a banner ad of a male celebrity, and you joke that she's sinful. Maybe the ad is suggestive. And so, like, say it's like a Calvin Klein ad, and it's like there is a dude with like, underwear, and it's like it looks amazing. You're like, girl, like, please don't do. Well, a frame I like to do with my girlfriend, even right now that we're like together, is like the frame that I have with her is like that she's gonna leave me anytime. And so whenever there's like a very good looking actor on the movies or like in person, I often go and like I literally do this. I go like, baby, please don't look. Please don't look. And I put my hand in front of her eyes, and like she immediately picks up what I'm doing. And that's a frame. That's a beautiful thing. Like, you don't have to do it just in early stage dating. You can do it dating in general as you are in a relationship. So in this particular example, you joke that she's sinful. For the next few minutes, you walk in front of other suggestive ads, and you place your hand in front of her, and you go like, this is not good for you, babe, or this is not good for you in general. And then you block her view and joke that you're trying to help her enter heaven. This is why I love this video. This is such a fun thing for me. So that's a frame. And that's an amazing way to find chemistry on dates, and something that I recommend our testers to do. And this is like dates 101. You want to lean on this. I would recommend massively. Unfair advantage frame. Your date mentions she's a great cook. You frame it as her having a overall unfair advantage in life. And so you can find a lot of different examples about why she has an unfair advantage. Wow, you have like blue eyes and you're like blonde. Like you literally won the lottery of life. I don't know what you're doing, like talking to a peasant like me. This is like Peasant Frame. We're going to talk about it later. But like, this is just an example. Like, and the beautiful thing is about playing with them, because this is a play fundamentally. So for the next few minutes, you point out other advantages she has. They include picking the best spot in the cafe or her good parking skills. You're cheating at life. Like, this is the frame. Like, wow, how dare you do this? Like, and that's a thing. And so these are some mild examples, but if you want, you can go like very polarizing with them. And I would recommend that before you do that, like you build up to it gradually. You don't do it immediately, because then she might just think you're crazy, or that she might just not like it. But if you see that there is like, it's fine to do so, I would recommend that you like increase it to the degree that you like. And then there is a weirdo frame. Your date eats her ice cream starting from the cone. You laugh and call her a weirdo. Then you suggest you try a jacket backwards in a shop to match her weird ice cream eating habits. So like, it could be like that's the situation. Like, you're out on the date, she does this like weird thing, then you go to a shop and like, you're like, I think you should wear that jacket backwards, because that just seems to be the thing you do. And this is only good as long as like she's into the joke. You want to play with her, not at her. You don't want to joke at her. You want to joke with her. So make sure that that's something that that is like accepted, and not something that's just like asshole-y, obviously. Later, you can ask her about her favorite news websites, and the question with, so which one are your favorite news websites? CNN, Fox News, 4chan, or you can end the question saying, besides 4chan, obviously. So this is the weirdo conspiracy theories frame. This is one I love. It's very funny to me, and like I joke about it with my girlfriend all the time. And then you have the drug addict frame. You're like, your date jokes about needing her daily coffee fix. You frame her as a coffee addict. And so for the next few minutes, you look for other addictions she might have. For example, her love for chocolate or shopping. Are we going to need an intervention for your caffeine habit? Something that we do in our relationship is like an addict frame we have for Nella and I is like, she's into pistachio pesto. And so like we joke often about like, baby, what am I, you know why I'm sad today? Because I'm not having pistachio pesto. You see? And so that's something that she might say. Or something I might say would be like, baby, you look so good. Look like you just had your pistachio pesto fix for the day. It's like, yes. So these are beautiful things, and this is something I cannot stress enough how important it is in a relationship. And that's really what makes relationships like so fun to be in. And so I recommend that you work on this, and that, yeah, like this is huge. And then you have the peasant frame. Your date mentioned that she loves simple things like camping. You joke that she's a peasant at heart. So you're like, yeah. And then when she points out something fancy, you say she's stepping out of her peasant comfort zone. So like it's obviously very funny. Like, you're creating contrast between the two realities. And so look at you, offense, with that artisan water. Where is your wooden bucket? It's so funny. And then frame polarization. The examples I made are mild, but you can change the polarization of the narratives based on your taste. And so obviously in the relationship that I have with Nella, I create frames all the time. This is not only reserved for early stage dating. So yeah, frames are huge. Highly recommend that you work on it. You test it out gradually. You go mild polarization, and then you gradually increase it as long as you see it's fine. And this is great for chemistry and compatibility. So if you want me to help you with frames, and if you want Nella to help you with frames, hey guys, this is Elia from the future, and that is to say that we have reached our official capacity within the Ideal Partner Tester program. And therefore, as of right now, we do not accept any more testers. But do not fear, because we will be opening up again, this time with an official release. And therefore, if you're interested into finding a long-term partner as an engineer, I recommend that you fill out this waitlist form and you give us this information so that we can determine whether we are a good fit to work together. With this said, if you don't see this form and instead you see a link similar, for example, to something like this, or it could be Calendly, it could be OneSub, or something else. If you see a scheduler link, that means that we have slots that are open within the program to work together. And so if that is the case, you can completely disregard what I'm saying right now and go and book a call with me. Thank you for watching, and I hope to either contact you or talk to you soon. Ciao.